Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Today we're going to go over air compressors and how to select them. There are so many compressors available. Which one do I choose and how do I choose it? There's just so many questions that I need to ask. Well, I'm going to try and answer them for you. What are the pros and cons before I actually go out and commit to buying a compressor? The first and big question is, how much is it going to cost? How much is this compressor going to cost me? Will it fit into my budget? Can I afford this compressor? That's a pretty important question there. Reliability. Is this compressor that I'm buying reliable, and is it worth my time? And probably one of the biggest questions is, how loud is this compressor? Now, if I live in an apartment, this could be a problem. If I have a garage or workshop, then it won't be a problem. Everything I say here about this video is my opinion. I've got close to 30 years experience airbrushing, and I see a lot of people on Facebook talking crap about, oh, you should buy this or you should buy that. I have everything I can to keep from biting my lip. Aerosol cans. Guys, the bottom line is aerosol cans suck. Don't waste your time. Don't buy them, please. Yes, they work, but they're very expensive. The cans go anywhere from $10 to $15. They smell very bad and they get used up fast. 4 or 5 cans, you could have bought yourself a compressor. A tankless compressor. Now, the tankless compressors are very inexpensive. They're very quiet, which is really cool. They're lightweight, so you can move them anywhere you want to with that little carrying handle, and they work. And some people make them work. But they're not all they're cracked up to be. Now, since this compressor doesn't have a tank on it, there's no air reservoir, so it's got no place to store air, which means it runs constantly. So the air pressure is always fluctuating. If you push on the trigger, it automatically drops anywhere between 5 and 10 pounds. That's not consistent air pressure, guys. And since it runs all the time, it's going to wear out quicker. And there's no replacement parts. So eventually, you're going to wind up having to replace it. If you'd have put out a few more dollars to begin with, then you would have got yourself a little bit more reliable compressor. My suggestion is avoid this compressor if you possibly can. Now again, some people use this compressor and they make it work and their work turns out fantastic. My experience says avoid this compressor. Air Reservoir Compressor. Just like the previous compressor, this one here has a steady air pressure because it's got an air tank below it. It's nice and quiet. It's lightweight, which again is cool. It works. So that's the pros for an air compressor like this. Now the cons. This compressor runs usually over $100 or more. Again, there are no replacement parts for a compressor like this. Once they wear out, you can't get parts for them, guys. If you find parts for them, you're incredibly lucky. This is a better choice because it has an air reservoir, which means your compressor is not running continuously when you use it, and it's going to wear a little better because you're not running it all the time. The Pancake Compressor. Now this compressor it's got a steady flow of air pressure because it's got an air tank at the bottom, approximately 3 gallons. It's very, very inexpensive. Approximately $39 at Harbor Freight, and they will send it to you. It's lightweight, which is really cool, so you can move it around. And it works. It works well. The cons. This unit is very, very loud. close to 80 decibels. It's like standing next to somebody and had them screaming in your ear. There are no replacement parts available for this type of compressor. This is not a good option if you live in an apartment or you're afraid of waking up the kids at nighttime when you're doing your hobby. That's the cons of this compressor. It's a good choice, but it's loud. Now, I'm sure that if you search hard enough, you can probably find replacement parts for some of these compressors. 95% of the time, you probably can't. Now, the professional compressor. This is the compressor that I use. I've had one for years. The pros on this is there's constant air pressure. It's got approximately a 5-gallon tank. It's super reliable. I never have any issues with a compressor like this at all. It works fantastic. Now, the big plus on this one, it's super, super quiet. It sounds like a refrigerator running, and all you hear is psh when it's done. You can get replacement parts for this type of compressor. Now, this type is also great for an apartment or a place that needs quiet. Now, the cons. It's very expensive. A compressor like this or one from this same company can run anywhere from $400 to over $1,000, but they're worth every single penny. It's heavy. So it weighs over 51 pounds, so you're not going to just be toting it around everywhere. The company has a fantastic reputation. Very, very reliable company. Their customer service is unparalleled. If you can afford it, I would recommend you get something like this. Now, they do make a bunch of smaller ones, so you can search that out on the internet. Here's a quick rundown on the compressors that I covered. It tells you how loud they are, it tells you how much they cost, the pros and the cons. Again, a quick rundown. Now, there are many types of compressors out there. You're just going to have to do your research. If you have any questions, contact me. Now, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, where I'm just over 100 away, I'm going to be giving away a brand new pancake style compressor. Now guys, if you have a compressor already, please save this for somebody who could actually use it, if you would please. You must be a subscriber and comment below the word compressor. That will qualify you for the free drawing for this compressor. I hope you enjoyed this rundown. Please like, share, and subscribe on my page here, and keep your eyes out for more videos. Click on that little bell and it'll advise you of any future videos coming out. Guys, I got a bunch more videos coming out here in the very near future, so please stay tuned.